demonstration for you today. I have the Maracuja Under Eye Concealer and I have the Amazonian Clay Foundation. Really wanted to try these. I treated myself, and so this is me actually trying it for the very first time. So stay tuned. You'll see me in a couple seconds with no makeup on. A bit of a frightening sight. Really, nobody on earth gets to see me without makeup, but I'm letting you see me without makeup for the purposes of really doing a really good first impression and demonstration. So stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to do an on-screen demo. I have no makeup on, which is really like, don't really like it, but I'm going to do an on-camera demo, as promised, of the Tarte Under Eye Concealer and the foundation. I also happen to have a Tarte set that has eyeshadows and blush. I got that for Christmas. Lovely item. And I'll be using that for my eye makeup and my cheeks. It also has lip products in there. I have absolutely no makeup on whatsoever at this time. Just an FYI. Yuck. I have these two brand new products, never tried. And that is this Tarte Under Eye Concealer. And it's actually in the color Light, which most of these makeups I'm not in the fair category, I'm actually in the light category. And I did get also the liquid foundation. I was really torn whether to get the powder because I had tried it, I really liked it, but I've been kind of like really wanting to try this for a while. So this was part of my Christmas wish list. So what I'm going to do, and actually this looks like it might actually be too light, judging by the color strip on the side here. Now I'm going to use a makeup application technique. I do have one of these beauty blenders from Real Techniques. I have to play with this a little bit first before I start using it because I have no idea how to use that. I do, however, know how to use the complexion brush from Real Techniques. But anyway, it's very tight fiber. And this is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So I'm going to start the way I normally start my makeup routine, and that is with the under eye concealer. This is actually a Real Techniques concealer brush. So I will use this. And this does have a nice little nozzle here. Okay, I did put a dot on each of these two fingers. Normally what I do is I tap it on and then I use the brush a little bit to fill in areas. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I always do. So I'll hold my grandmother's mirror and it's very thick. Wow, it's really light. It's like kind of like glue almost. It's now this is a first impression, so now what I've learned is don't use very much of this because you don't need it. All right. It's really, really thick and gluey feeling. It's brand new, but I guess that may be just what it feels like, so let's wipe some of this off. Okay, so lesson learned. You don't need very much of this. And now I look spectacularly awful. So let's see if there's any way for me to correct this situation once the foundation is on. Oh gosh. really not terribly happy with this, but it could just be me. So I'm going to assume it's just me. Alrighty, now for the foundation. And what I'm going to do is, well, it's got this kind of a flattish kind of top. I'm going to squirt a little bit onto the back of my hand. The color is a little bit darker, thank God, than it looks from the side. So hopefully it'll be okay. And I'm going to spread it around on my hand a little bit. And we'll use my hand as the palette for makeup. Don't want to hold the mirror in front of the camera. First thing I want to say is complaints have been that this makeup is a little bit too thick. It does not feel that way to me. It actually just feels nice and cool and moisturizing. I'm going to dot a little bit around that eye area. I'm just trying to blend it in with that concealer. Now we're working completely with natural light right now, so I do think I am going to have to turn some lights on because it is 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and that was just a little bit less than I needed, just a little teeny tiny dot more. And now okay, well, with the exception of putting on the under eye concealer a little bit heavy, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. It is very thick and gluey. It feels tacky like glue. I'm not sure I like that. I do have to say that I really like the way this feels. This foundation feels really good on. It obviously gave really good coverage. I didn't put on too heavy. It seemed to do a pretty good job covering up the scar that I have, and I'm thinking that this might actually become the new favorite foundation. In the meantime, I'm going to demonstrate something from this. I got this beautiful set for Christmas, and this will be the first time that I'm using it, so this is kind of also a demonstration. Tarte made this nice set, and it's basically Away We Go, but it's spelled Away, O-U-I, We Go. And it's a set of little palettes. Now, this is the holder. It's all magnetized. And these are the palettes. Let me take the plastic off. Ooh. Okay, so it's a set of all these palettes. The only argument I would have about these palettes is that they are everything's like brown. They're really pretty. This one has kind of a greenish tint to it. They're all slightly different tone-wise, but not very different. The mascara I'm not going to open up because I currently am using up 2 mascaras, and I don't want to open that, put it back in there, and have it just go rotten. I will, however, use the lip gloss, and this actually is magnetized, and you take one of these out and you pop it in there. Also something I'm probably not going to do, or should I, just for demonstration purposes. They're not very different. I am going to use this one because it does have some metallic color to it. And I'll put this in, and there we go. Nice little palette. Ooh, magnetized, very strongly magnetized, I might add. So I've chosen my one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, first I want to get a little color on my cheeks using the blush. Then I'm going to do my eyes. This is a little bit of a burgundy color, very hard to see on camera. You may not be able to see that. The rest of these are kind of sand colors, all of which have like a little bit of sparkle to them. Also something you probably can't see well. Now the only problem is I'm not seeing a color that's really light enough for the brow bone area, but we'll see. Not sure. So we'll do my cheeks first, and of course my favorite blush brush, also just recently had a bath, is my Real Techniques blush brush. Now I know from experience that some of these blushes are so strong that you only need a little tap. So I'm just going to tap that. I'm really liking the color right now. It's actually giving me a little bit very nice. It's actually giving me a good amount of color. What I'm doing is I'm going to pick up a little bit of the lightest color and I'm going to test it and see, yeah, that's good. It's not quite light enough for the brow bone area, so I'll have to go outside of the box for this. It's one thing I'm against when you get a palette. You really should have the light color. You should have all the colors that you need. So I really like this. On an angle it looks kind of like purpley, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap into this sand color first, the one that's a sparkly one. Now I did put this one here, okay, and the sparkly one I'm going to put across the entire lid. Alright, now I'm going to take that very dark burgundy. If you look at it on an angle, you can kind of see that it's got a burgundy color. And I'm going to use a crease brush, and I'm going to, now I'm not a makeup artist. I'm a learn as you go girl. I've been wearing makeup all of my adult life. Now that I've put the sandier color there, I'm going to sweep in this dark color first. And then I'm going to sweep it into the crease. So what I did is, now I'm learning as I go here. So what I did is I put some here first and I swept it through. So I'll do the same to the other side. Now I have a very smoky eye look going on right now. I'm not sure I like it. Okay, there's the shadow. I'm not wild about the shadow. I will find a way to make it work, however, because I do love the Tarte brand. And I'm going to move on to putting on an eyeliner and mascara. So, okay, I'm back. This is the finished look. I did actually make a few adjustments, and what I did was I used my Ofra eyebrow pencil. I actually have one from Lancome also that's a little bit more powdery, and it's actually blonde, so it kind of matches my eyebrows a little bit better. This comes out a little bit dark, and it takes a little bit of skill in order to use it, and I of course used my, it's not a spoolie, but it's a regular eyelash brush. I also went in after this eyeshadow, which I want to open the case again, and this blush. I went in with this very light color into this upper eye area. I really do like the smoky eye look. I've never been a fan of it, but honestly my dark circles are covered so well that you would never know that I have dark circles. I do look a little older though, and I'm not fond of that. but I don't see a lot of creasing into smile lines or anything. I also use this pencil that I have that is a Starlooks pencil. I'm going to draw a line on my hand so you can see exactly what color it is. Whoops, I put a little too much on there. It's actually a purple color. See? It's hard to tell when you're looking at the pencil itself. But there it is. The Starlooks pencils, they glide on so nicely that I've actually been considering subscribing to the Starlooks beauty box. Apparently they send you 2 or 3 full-size items every month, but it's their brand. Well, so far I've been really happy with their brand, so that's not a terrible thing. I also put on a lipstick, and that is, I did put on my favorite Clinique lipstick. Mainly, however, this has been an application video for the under eye and the foundation. I do like the way this feels on. It did seem to dry into like a nice silky finish pretty rapidly because I was able to apply blush without it getting all funny. So it did work really well. This is just a little heavy, and I think it's going to take a little bit of extra skill on my part to figure out exactly how much to use so I don't end up throwing it away by wiping it off. Well, this has been a demonstration of the concealer and the foundation, and I threw in a little bit of a demonstration of my Tarte palette set. Kind of rocking the smoky eye look, really like it. When I added a little bit of color with using this pencil, it actually brought out the kind of purplish hue that's in the darker shadow that's in this palette. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'm really liking this stuff. Not sure about this, but I really like this. This feels really great on. Powder went on very easily, so it dried on my skin very well. I'm not feeling irritated. It did seem to cover up some of the imperfections that I have, and I didn't even put it on that heavy. So thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this, and I hope this is a good enough demonstration of these products, because I think I'm going to start using them now every day or every other day, because I have like 50 foundations now, but these I will use at least once a week. Really like it. Thank you for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary. And, you know, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and have a beautiful evening. Good night.